rebuttal or not like
Look at his face. He's so angry. He's like,
Subscribe.
all right, so this system is outdated and flawed in the gacha space. GachaSmack today is bringing us another absolute goddamn banger. From the thumbnail, he's essentially discussing the 4-star system, right? Blood was pointing towards Ting Yun. So let's take a look at what our GachaSmack has to say. Absolutely.
by yours truly. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know this is the second time I had to record this video. You want to know why? Because the goddamn audio went out for no reason at all. But we're gonna talk about it again because you know what? Practice makes perfect. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the underlying issue I've come to notice. It's an inherent flaw in gacha games, and that is the banner system.
Okay.
When you pull on these characters as a veteran player and you've been a frequent spender and a frequent player as the game's debut launch all the way in today, it's going on 2 years for Honkai Star Rail.
Yep.
You are inevitably going to come across the realization that you have all the 4-star characters in their constellations or copies maxed out. They're built up, right? So if there are 3 promotional characters, which we've come to see in the 2.7 live stream for Sunday, the most valuable and prized possession character right now in the past 30 patches, you're not excited about his banner because you see the 4 stars and you're like, I already have those E6'd. There's literally no incentive for me to pull on this banner except Sunday himself.
Absolutely.
And this is somewhat of a punishment to a veteran player because it's just like, why am I being punished for owning all of these characters? It's kind of weird. And I remember there was an argument made by a chatter during the stream, or I think he might have commented on my YouTube channel. Regardless, he said, well, Smack, I prefer to have the characters maxed out. That way I can get my 1 pull currency. And then that's when it dawned on me. This guy has been getting treated like shit in this space for so long that he thinks that 1 pull is a good thing. It's a bad thing. That you
we should get 10 pulls, honestly. You're absolutely goddamn right, GachaSmack. For every duplicate 4 stars I get, I should get my entire 10 pull back. Minimum. For every duplicate beyond E6, I get 10 pulls. And then for every duplicate beyond, if I get 60 of the same unit, E60, I get 100 pulls. You're absolutely goddamn right, GachaSmack.
Only get 1 pull back after doing 10 pulls when we take into consideration the premium price point of how much these banners cost. We're talking $100 per 50 to 55 wishes. Correct me there. I think 50. It's somewhere between there.
It's 50.
So getting 1 pullback after you already have the 4-star characters maxed out is inexcusable, guys. There needs to be more compensation.
Hell, God, absolutely. All right, we need at least 10 pulls, if not 20. This is just absolutely outrageous. Oh my God. Woo! Yep. And there it is.
For already having characters developed. So I want to talk about the solutions here after presenting you this very obvious problem. One solution we can do here is there's no excuse for Hoyo to not have an increase in 4-star volume. 4-star volume would allow us to have more newer 4 stars upon these new premium priced banners. And that's going to help with the excitement because after all, what's the most exciting thing in a gacha game? Pulling on the characters. That's where all the hype, that's where all the excitement and happiness occurs. Also the heartbreaks when you realize you lost that 50-50. So what I propose here is that they increase the volume of the 4-star characters. Now you might be asking yourself, Mac, I don't want 4-star characters because their value is always going to be inferior to a 5-star character. But here's the thing. That's a problem with development on the company. Your only incentive to play 4-star characters should not just be because I enjoy them and I like how their art style looks. It should also be, well, honestly, they're almost just as good as the 5-star characters. Wuthering Waves has done an exceptional job with its 4-star characters. Sanwa,
Hail Kuro Games. Hail Kuro Games. They're absolutely eviscerating Hoyoverse right now. All of their 4 stars are absolutely goddamn amazing. Yo, hail.
Yang, Donjin, the new girl, the little leprechaun girl that came out in recent times.
Wait, what?
All of these characters are dead-ass meta. They're just as good as the 5-star characters so far, right? We'll see what happens as time progresses. But what I'm trying to tell you here is that there should be an increase in value for the 4-star characters, an increase in volume. That way, when we pull on these banners going forward, we're more excited. We're like, oh my God, I got that 4-star character. I might have lost the 50-50, but at least I got a new 4-star. Veteran players right now, guys, we're pulling on these banners. And we're just like, God, when's my 5-star coming home, man? because I ain't got shit else to be pulling on this banner for. No other incentive. And it's bad. It's inherently flawed. And I don't know how on God's green earth it's lasted as long as it has. And you know why? People do not speak up in this community on underlying problems. We can't improve anything if you don't voice your concerns, and you are the reason these games survive. You're the reason they're alive. And if you don't speak up, then no.
I should be the only motherfucking getting praised for keeping Yep, you're absolutely goddamn right. I am the honored one. Absolutely.
Change is going to occur. Now, of course, we have to take into consideration change that is within the scopes of what they deem fair. Right? Which means we got to sprinkle a little bit of dirt on that improvement. You can't sprinkle gold on it, right? You can't say, I need another 5-star. We gotta stay realistic here, boys. All right, this is a gotcha company.
At least 10 boosts.
Now, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is solution number 2. Solution number 2 is you still get your 1/10 resource back. But in addition to that, we get the most scarcity. The resource in the game that has the most scarcity, we get that in addition to our 1 pullback. So, you already got an E6, whatever the fuck 4-star Ting Yun. You already got an E6 Ting Yun. Well, you get 1 pullback that you always get, and you get 20 purple books. This helps you set up for the future and develop your characters the moment they come out and increase.
I feel it changes nothing, not gonna lie. 20 purple books. Because like he was like addressing this to the veteran players of Honkai Starbucks, right? Veterans. Check, how many purple books do you guys have? Or am I just being out of touch? I have like 2,000. Infinite. Yeah, okay, so this changes nothing. All right, cool.
Increase them all the way to 80 without being like, I'm broke, right? And that is the worst possible way of improvement, by the way. Asking for 20 books on top of a 1 pull, that's the worst way.
Okay.
The best way is increase the volume of the 4-star characters. Or the third solution is allow us to choose between other 4-star characters. Stop releasing just 3 with the 5-star. Release 3 and do the idea that you've already implemented into your game for the 5-star characters. Remember the banner where Fei Xiao came out. It was Fei Xiao, Robin, Kafka, and Black Swan. That was a fucking quadruple entendre. No, I'm just kidding. Kendrick Lamar reference. It was a literal quadruple scenario where you had so many characters to choose from, and that is a beautiful thing. That's somebody who's trying to go for
to be fair, you're basically just choosing Fei Xiao and Fei Xiao, right? Nobody picking Kafka and Black Swan, but yeah.
You're trying to go for follow-up comps. More options, better. Do that with the 4-stars. 3-star, because if I see 3 4-stars down there and I go, oh, I already have those maxed out, guess what? I can now look at the other 3 that are on reserve and say, let me flop him in there because I actually don't have him maxed out. It's a little bit of an improvement that's not going to just take a shit in their lawn and diminish the income that they are making off of these banners, which is an absurd amount of income.
Okay, wait. I think he's actually kind of cooking on this one. So he's basically saying we can choose the 4-star we want on rate up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's what we're going for. So that just like how there are different 5-star banners where you can choose the 5-star rate up, GachaSmack wants to have a system where we can select the 4-star we want to be on rate up within a limited pool. Maybe not every single 4-star, but like instead of like the same tree, make it 6 and then players pick 3. I think that is also quite interesting. That is also quite an interesting solution. Yeah. He is cooking.
I don't think I'm being unreasonable here by bringing this up, and I'm sure many different veteran players are also going to be in agreement with this, like diminish in excitement. Again, this is the most imperative factor in a gacha game, pulling on the banners. So it's important that we preserve the excitement by making sure we feel rewarded for pulling on these banners. If the 5-star is the only reason, then we've kind of entered a season of the gacha game where it's like, maybe we should just leave. Because I don't want to.
Oh shit! Also insane pause, but oh shit. So end of service.
Just pull on a gacha character and not be rewarded for it. I assure you, I don't have the statistics here, but there's a lot of people who are veteran players who get to that point, who get to that crossroad, and they go, yeah, I think it's just time for me to move on, right? So that's a bad thing for the company. That's less money, and their popularity of their game is going to go downhill as well.
Absolutely. Okay, wait, pause. Okay, this completely me talking off my ass, by the way. I feel like the 4 stars on the gacha's banner is probably not the main reason why veterans would quit a game that they play for a long time. I feel like, okay, this is legit just me talking off my ass, right? Top 3 reasons I feel, it's either you burn out because you played way too much, right? You play this game like 6 hours a day, every day, spam farm, world, pick mins, pick simulated universe, every day, and then you're done. Because like, you just don't want to do it anymore. You lost 10 50-50s consecutively. I'm like, fuck this game. And then you spend like 5,000 pools to get one copy of a... Okay, then you just that unlucky. You just spend way too much on this game. Or number 3, you found a better game. You found a better game outside, you know? Like, for example, if there's any upgrade equivalent to a gacha game, then like, oh shit, it's time to move on to jump ship. I feel like these 3 will probably be a more important reason compared to that banner's 4-star. Because me personally, I still feel the excitement. Like, the 4 stars could legit be like complete fucking... It could be like Hook, Natasha, and Asta. And I would still pull on Sunday's banner. They could have 0 4-star radars, and I would still pull on Sunday's banner because I'm pulling for Sunday. I don't really give a flying fuck about the 4-star, but that's just me personally. Because as a veteran, because he is targeting this to the players that have been playing Honkai Star Wars for a very long time, right? You pretty much have already maxed out your roster in the 4-star department. And if you haven't maxed them out, most of them are basically unusable in terms of, I guess in this case, unless you care about like husbando or waifus, most of them are not really quote-unquote that great. Except for probably Teen Green, Pella, and Gallagher. Let me think. What else? Nah, just these 3, right? So I don't really give a shit if I do or do not get duplicates that are beyond like a E16 win. I just want to get my Sunday. I just want to win my 50-50. There is the sense of dopamine, the sense of adrenaline, the sense of satisfaction from pulling on Sunday's banner. Not because I get a brand new 4-star. I could get 10 brand new 4-stars, but if I fucking lose my 50-50 on Sunday, I will wah. So yeah, that's just me personally. Okay, let's continue.
At the end of the day, this is all up for discussion. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. So please comment down below and share them. Let me know what you think. Now that I've wrapped up with everything I
thought it was going to end the video, but oh my god, thank god he has a nuclear farming. Let's go.
To talk about. I just want to let you guys know a little behind the scenes like reveal here.
Nuclear watch time.
Yeah, no, I actually have my best friend of all time right next to me. You guys don't see it because he actually wanted to watch some behind the scenes process of what it's like for me to create this video. In fact, he helped organize my thoughts on this very video you're watching right now. We were trying to analyze what we could do solution-wise to remedy the situation of that diminishing return as a veteran player. But I'd like to introduce him. Tyree, go ahead and pull up on in here, brother. Bro, by the way, bro is another like specimen. He's 6'6", right? Or 6'7". Yeah, he's 6'6", guys.
Holy
all right. So
shit,
I've always
6'6".
been surrounded by incredibly tall people. But T, honestly, I just want you to know, is there anything you wanted to ask me about that process?
Yeah, so to be honest, I think
I don't want to say GachaSmack has some crazy good fate. The barber needs to get a raise. Absolutely insane fate. Okay.
Is knowing that you drop not necessarily bombshells or anything, but you know, this is content. What is the process after you post your content? So not necessarily the process, but whenever you wrap this up, what do you do to keep your mind from peeking back on looking at your content, looking at the stuff that you've done, looking at
speak higher.
Looking at the stuff that you've done, looking at all the the feedback, you know, what would it be? Well, now we would say feed forward. So I would say the feed forward regarding, you know, negative, positive outlooks, some of the ideas that get, you know, branched off of the ideas whenever you upload your media, and then like
I just want to I have no fucking idea what he's saying. He's like saying a lot of things, but he's like saying nothing. I legit have no idea what he's saying.
Do you think of ever
respectfully, absolutely, respectfully.
Response content, like, and not, you know, not rebuttal or not like back and forth, but response as far as like, I want to be transparent and vulnerable with you guys. I didn't think of that.
I am dead.
You know, insensitive. That was crazy of me. Or like,
look at his face. He's so angry. He's like, this motherfucker. Oh my god, I'm dead.
Know, you know, of such matter, such media, such subject.
I feel like, and my community will be able to tell you about that as well. If you want me to be completely honest with you, I feel like
that was so funny.
That's something I could work on.
Okay, I have no fucking idea what he asked. That was just so fucking funny. Yo, is this supposed to be part of the video? Or did the editor... Yo, are you gonna... Yo, guys, man, fire our editor. Was he supposed to clean it up? That was so funny. Oh my god.
But here's the thing. Not all feedback is good feedback, if you know what I mean. But this is the thing. The way I like decipher it is often at times if it's an intelligent individual who's had a good time to think about
just let myself absolutely.
I would like to say that the comment that they leave is going to be devoid of any vitriol feelings. It's going to be devoid of any bitterness, and it's usually going to just contain good substance to it that allows me to bounce back. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it about at this point. I feel like the rest of this is gonna be more or less pertaining towards GachaSmack's watch time to fill up the journey of his content creation. I think the video end around here. So we really try to hit that 8 minutes. But yep, I think at this point we can kind of just wrap up this video. Excellent goddamn video by GachaSmack, if I can say so myself. Read comment. Hail watering waves. Hail watering waves. Okay, wait, let me just give it to her. This is a very interesting. I feel like he was cooking. I also gave my thoughts towards the end. I want to touch a little bit about the first suggestion, which is increasing the number of 4 stars. And I believe this is not just pertaining to Honkai Starbucks, but basically every gacha game. Increasing the number of 4 stars, which are essentially your byproducts of reaching your 5-star. Either through early 5-star, or you get a PD at 50-50, or you go all the way to hard PD, right? So the byproduct. And the one of the solution was to increase the number of new 4 stars. Especially if you're a veteran and you've got like everybody at E6. Getting a new 4-star, it technically gives you, I guess, something new to work with, right? Because it's a pretty 4-star. My counterpoint to this would be, I feel like it wouldn't change a lot. Because, okay, one example, right? Mose. I still have him at level 20. Because I just can't find a road that I would rather use him instead of like Hunt March 7th or Topaz or Bronya, especially if you're running with facial. And for a lightning DPS that is strictly limited to being a sub DPS, and the skill point is just like really just not that friendly, I'm personally not that interested, even though he's a brand new 4-star. So this problem could snowball even more if more 4-stars are going to be introduced in the future, right? So if the solution to giving players a bigger sense of satisfaction is through the release of more 4-stars, right? Because they're brand new, it might lead to unnecessary bloat. There's this I can't even believe I'm saying, there's this Chinese proverb. It's called 画蛇添足. It's that you draw the snake, but then you draw its feet, which is like, it's redundant because the snake doesn't have feet. Okay, I can't really explain this in English, but if you guys get what I'm saying, you guys get what I'm saying, right? So like, even if you want to add more 4-stars, it means that they have to dedicate resources to not just the design of the character itself, right? How they look, their personality in the story. You actually have to integrate them with the entire cast of the actual character. You also have to think about their kids and how they might interact with other characters, which is gonna be quite a lot of resources and time and effort. And frankly speaking, people don't really pull for 4-stars only compared to pulling for a 5-star, right? So from that perspective, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to just increase the number of 4-stars just for the sake of increasing the number of 4-stars so that you can get something that is not a duplicate. And on the flip side, another problem of this is if we introduce more and more 4-stars, this might be good for like veterans, right? Because like you're getting new 4, but it might not be that good for new players. Because can you imagine if you're a new player and you want to get like a E6 team, but then they come with like 3 4-stars every banner. So like one patch you have 6 4-stars. You'll probably never ever get an E6 team compared to if the pool is just gonna be coming out at a slower pace. But instead, their kits are a little bit more unique, fun to play with on the card, right? So that is going to be my thought on his first solution. I think out of the 3 solutions, the first solution, I don't think it works. Second solution, I think it changes nothing because 20 purple books, honestly, nobody gives a flying fuck. The third solution was the one that I think it was pretty good, which is you select... Okay, but yeah, his third solution is in my opinion, the most interesting one, which is selecting a 4-star of your choice from, in my opinion, like a pool of 4-stars, right? So instead of like every single 4-star, maybe this rate up, instead of having only 3 4-star rate ups, you have 6 4-star rate ups, then you choose 3. I think that was the best solution out of everything so far, right? But yeah, very interesting video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think this gacha system is flawed? Do you think while we're cooking, how can we say hail GachaSmack, hail GachaSmack? So word of the day is going to be who plays Mose? Join Twitch, join YouTube, join TikTok, join Discord, join Twitter. All the best for Gacha. See you guys next time. Take care.